where everyone has a home field advantage. And as always, presented by Great Southern Bank. Great Southern Bank with more than 100 locations in 6 states. Great Southern Bank, understanding what really matters. Member FDIC. Also presented by Bambino's, Bambino's Italian Cafe, East Battlefield and Lone Pine. Every Monday throughout the school year, you can participate in the quarterback club, the leadoff club, and the tip-off club every Monday that schools are in session, every Monday at noon. Join us at Bambino's. We go now to Sparta High School, home of the Lady Trojans, and head basketball coach Joshua Loveland. Coach Loveland, hey, thanks for your time today.
You bet. Thanks for having us.
Coach, a great season. I've seen you guys play 3 or 4 times already. Most of those were in the Walnut Grove tournament. 17-7 on the season up to this point. Kind of tell us what you guys are doing really well this year.
Well, the best part of our game most of the season has been our defense. These girls work incredibly hard on defense. They put themselves in a position to guard really well, but stay out of foul trouble, stay on the floor, and make every shot hard that the other team takes. That's been our goal from day one, is to just make every shot hard for the other team. And day in, day out, we've done that, and we've done it really well. Some nights we shoot the ball really well, and some nights we struggle to stick it in. And so our defense carries us every night. It's a staple. Every night we know we're going to get a solid defensive performance. And if we hit shots, we're pretty good. If we don't hit shots, then we've been fortunate enough to grind out some close ones, but we've also let some close ones slip away. So,
coming out of last year's team, what did you have to replace due to graduation, and who are folks stepping into those roles?
So last year we graduated all 5 starters. So we have no starters back from last year. Avery, who's here with us right now, she didn't play last year. So she played as a freshman and didn't play as a sophomore, junior, and came back this year as a senior. And she stepped in a starting role. And then Libby and Amory, both are here. And then we have another senior, Maya Fulton, couldn't be here today, or right now anyways. And then Lane Forgy, who is a junior this year and was got some significant varsity minutes last year toward the end of the season, but she came back from an ACL tear over Christmas break before she was able to step in and play. So we stepped her in at the JV level and got some games under her belt. And then as the season progressed last year, she was able to come off the bench and get a little bit of varsity experience last year, and was fully capable of getting varsity experience. She just physically wasn't there yet. But she's had a great season. All of our seniors have had a great season. We have a couple of seniors that come off the bench, Madeline Brown and Riley McMurray. Riley played as a freshman, kind of like Avery, and hadn't played the last couple of years. Madeline took her sophomore year off, but came back last year. And so she played some varsity minutes last year and then comes off the bench for us this year. So even though we graduated 5 starters, we're still not young. You know what I mean? We've got seniors that came in that have some varsity experience. They probably played 30 to 40% of the minutes of our team last year. We played 9 or 10 kids every night. We would bring them in off the bench and just continue to do what we do. And we got valuable experience for this year. So even though we graduated all 5 starters, it took us a little bit to figure out who we were without those 5. But once we figured it out, we lost a few close games early. We've been pretty good ever since. So.
Yeah, just coming out of a stretch, you'd won 7 in a row, and I think 5 of those had winning records, including the likes of Branson and Norwood, who was 18-6, and then kind of stumbled a little bit last night with a very good Chadwick team, at 17 or 18-5 now. But you're playing really well right now, and as you mentioned, the defense. 2 games ago you gave up 19. Prior to that, it was 26-25, 27-26. So not giving up a lot of points defensively. But you've got 3 ladies there alongside. We'll start outside with Avery. Kind of introduce her and tell us a little bit about her.
Like I said, Avery is a senior. She didn't play the last couple of years, but she came back this year and has immediately been impactful from game one. She's super athletic. She can shoot it. She's pretty good off the dribble. She rebounds extremely well, uh, and just does a lot for us. Been a huge impact coming back this year.
Avery, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. And now you're an old pro at this. We've had you on before, softball, but
Wow.
tell us first off, you decided to come back out your senior year. What led to that? Who talked you to come back out?
I didn't take I took the 2 years off, and the first year was fine. Like I kind of needed a break, so I took a break. And then that second year, I started watching more games, and I kind of like was really wanting to get back into basketball. So I came back. Everybody was wanting, like, I could play with my friends, so that also made it to where I wanted to come back as well.
Tell us a little bit about the position you play and what you feel like your role is on the team.
My I I like to, like, if I need to be a guard, I can try to step up to be a guard, but if I have to play the post, like, I can do that too. Like, I feel like whatever Lovewood wants to tell me that I think that I need to do, I'm there. I want to step up and do that.
Do you have a favorite position?
I don't have a favorite. Like, it just kind of varies. It goes back and forth between what I like to do best.
Coming into this season, obviously you'd been away from it for a couple of years, but were there games on your schedule you kind of made maybe a mental check mark by? Hey, I'm looking forward to this game. Maybe it's a rivalry or I know someone.
Yeah, my favorite game out of all the season was playing Stratford in our Sparta tournament. And I think we were all pretty excited. I feel like we had a lot of people that didn't think that we had a chance, but we came out and we won, and we got to win our tournament, and that was like the game that we were very excited for.
If you could get Avery, if you could get in a time machine and go back to Avery as an eighth grader
Mm-hmm.
and give her some advice based on what you know now,
Mm-hmm.
what advice would you give a young self if you could go back and in time and give her some advice?
Um, I think just taking it like slow because everything goes by like so fast. Like this season has went by so fast. All the games are going by so quick. It's just slipping out from underneath us, and I feel like they feel the same way because our season is almost over. But that's it. Like take everything in while you can.
And being a senior, have you made plans for next year? Do you have any idea what you're going to be doing next year?
Yeah, I don't want to go for athletics. I plan on going to MSU and then furthering up. I plan to be an orthodontist. So right now I'm going to Missouri State.
All right. Orthodontist, is there family? I mean, what's the history there? What led to that?
No, I actually don't have any family in that, but I just had been interested in that, and that's kind of just me being interested in it and wanting to go in that career.
All right. All right. Well, Avery, congratulations on the season up to this point. We look forward to seeing what you guys can do in district.
Thank you.
And Coach, now we have, I believe, Olivia. Tell us a little bit about Olivia.
So Olivia is my niece. A lot of people catch on to that when they hear her last name, but that's my brother's daughter. She, a lot like Avery, has to play multiple roles. Her role this year that she's taken on and stepped up and done a great job of is guarding everybody's best player. From there's no telling how many all-state players that she's guarded man to man this year and held them significantly under their average for the year. She's it's weird because she sometimes has a hard time focusing, but I give her a task to guard this person, and like she makes that her focus, and it's been a huge piece of our success this year. And all of these ladies and the ones that aren't present are just they're incredible at their buy-in. Like Avery said, whatever Coach Loveland asked me to do, like that's what I'm going to go do, and that's what they do every night. Is whatever I ask, that's what they want to go do and focus on. And Libby's done a great job doing that defensively all season, and as well, stepping up and hitting big shots when we need her to.
Olivia, thanks for coming on the show today.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Okay, tell us from your point of view what you feel like your role is.
I agree with what he said. I feel like my job is about every game he puts me on their best player. And I try to keep them to the least amount of points they score. And I feel like that's probably the most important role I have this year because on our starting five, we have 5 girls that can score most of the time. So defense is kind of where we win games.
As you look back over this season, your senior season, drawing those tough assignments, who's maybe been the toughest?
Oh, my. Well, probably Marshfield. That was tough. So he put me on Lauren Luber. That was not fun. It was pretty tough. I kind of got aggravated, but there hasn't really been an easy one. A lot of the girls he has me guarding, they all make it pretty tough for me to guard all game. So
Coming into this season, did you have any personal goals or team goals for the Lady Trojans?
yes, so I wanted to win our tournament, which we did win. And I wanted a winning record for us because with getting 5 new starters, a lot of people doubted us, I'd say. They didn't think we would be as good as we had been before. So I wanted to have a good season, win the games we could, and impress some people.
Well, you've already accomplished the winning season. You're going to have a winning season. That one's in the book. But were there games coming into this season that you were looking forward to playing?
Like Avery said, Stratford was a big one. We haven't beat them in a long time, a really long time. And we've been close every year and never made it happen. And then this year, when we got to step up and take over as seniors, I wanted to beat them, and we got it done. And it was in the championship game too, which made it even better.
I also, same question to you, being a senior, do you have any plans for next year?
Yes, so I'm going to Drury to play lacrosse and going to get a degree in nursing.
Very nice lacrosse.
Yeah.
Okay, where did that come from? Does Sparta have lacrosse?
No, I've never played before.
Okay. That's very interesting.
Yeah, it's a newer program, so they just kind of look for athletes, basically. And the way lacrosse is played, defense is the same as basketball. You play zone or you play man. So that's kind of what I'm going for. I'll just play defense there and see if I'm good at it, I guess.
All right. Do you practice? I mean, do you got like a lacrosse stick at home? Or?
Yes, I do. I've been practicing with some girls that have already been there and played on the team. I go up on weekends every now and then, and we go to the field. And then, yes, I have one at home in my free time when I'm not playing basketball or practicing. I'm usually at home playing. So, yeah.
Very good. Well, congratulations. That's outstanding, and that's a first for me. So you made that list. But Olivia, hey, congratulations. Thanks for being part of the show this morning.
Thank you.
All right. And again, we're visiting here in Season 3, Episode 36 with the Sparta Lady Trojans and head basketball coach Joshua Loveland. And you've got Amory left. Tell us a little bit about Amory.
So Amory is our undersized post player. And by undersized, I mean every night the person guarding her or the people guarding her are bigger than her. And early in the season, and trust me, nobody works harder down there than Amory does. But early in the season, she had some struggles with some people's length, and I kind of told her, I'm like, Amory, you're not bigger than them, so you got to be better at basketball. And I felt like she took that to heart, and ever since, like, she's just been better at basketball than everybody else, no matter who she goes up against. Last night, great example. She had 9 points in the first half against Chadwick last night, and the second half, like, they were doing their best to not let her catch it, and they had people on both sides of her the entire second half, which made it really hard for her to get anything done. But she still is a great teammate. She still worked hard. She still tried to get other people open and did her thing, and she's had an incredible senior season, and just super proud of her.
Amory, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
All right. Tell us your most fun moment this season. Is everybody going to Stratford?
Yeah, I feel like that one is a big one, not only for the championship and because we hadn't won in 12 years, but like it was also an emotional night that we all wanted to win. And it felt good to be able to win in front of, out on our own court in front of all of our people who some didn't believe in us, but it felt really nice to win that game.
Tell us about that role that you play, being an undersized
Uh,
post.
like everyone said, it's hard some nights, sometimes people can out rebound you and all that stuff, but I try my best to like figure out their weaknesses and then just attack that with all I can. And a lot of people, most posts can only dribble with one hand. So it's kind of nice to be able to like learn which one it is in the first half and then figure it out in the second half. But I feel like the main role would be rebounding for me. I feel like I work hard enough to rebound every time. Just try to get it all.
Very good. And Emery, what do you do to kind of get prepared? You guys are playing tonight. You've got Skyline tonight at home. What do you do throughout the day to kind of get prepared mentally, physically? You drinking water, you resting, you listen to music, watching film. What are you doing?
I mean, obviously I drink water, but like I kind of just think about it. Like sometimes I watch little film on like their post players to like know like if they're right-handed or left-handed, how they shoot it. Because like some people only do like one move, and I like to learn that because then they can't do it, and then they can't score. So like I kind of just take it easy. Just I don't really think about it much until it comes time to play, so I don't worry. But
Awesome. Well, Emery, again, congratulations here on being part of the Chevy of the Ozarks Athletes of the Week segment here on the Missouri Sports Network. And Coach, you've got doesn't get any easier. You state ranked Chadwick last night, and you got state ranked Skyline tonight. What do you do to get prepared, and who makes up your schedule?
Believe it or not, I have the most say in my schedule. But my kids know that I want them to play at a high level every day. Our schedule is super, super tough. I don't know off the top of my head how many state ranked teams or how many teams with winning records we've played, but the majority of our games are against good teams. If we play a team that's got a losing record or is struggling this year, it's just because they're on our schedule or they're in our conference. I want to challenge them every single day to have to be the best basketball players they can be, because at the end of the day, for the last 4, 5, 6 years, to win a district, we got to go through the Skylines, the Straffords, or the Fair Groves, and so we have to compete at that level to be able to do it. And in my opinion, it's taken us a few years to get there. They, all said how much they enjoyed the Stratford game, winning that tournament championship. But that was a long process that's taken 3, 4, 5 years to get to. I felt like last year we were there and maybe even the year before, but mentally we weren't there. We just they've been so dominant for so long, and we've been in their district for the last 4 or 5 years that I think we physically got there earlier, but mentally we hadn't got there yet. And I felt like this year we finally have made them a mountain that we can climb, so to speak. And we just did what we had to do. We took care of the basketball, and it was a huge win, not just for these girls, but for our program in general. But yeah, every night it's been tough. We've played Glendale, Rogersville, Branson, Webb City beat us in double overtime, Walnut Grove, Chadwick, Skyline tonight. I mean, if they'll play us and we have room on our schedule. Chadwick was a pickup. We lost the game to Snow, and the team that we were supposed to play couldn't find a date to make it up. So I called Coach Guerin down at Chadwick and I said, "Hey, I'm a game short. You're a game short. Let's do it." And he agreed to come up. So I challenge them every day. I challenge them in practice, and they step up. Who knows what may happen tonight? Skyline's one of the best teams in Southwest Missouri in any class. So, but I have no idea that they're gonna battle for me for 32 minutes every single night.
You're the 3 seed in your district, as I understand. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And where's that district play?
That district's played at Springfield Catholic.
Okay, my last question, and this may be a political one, but how do you get seated behind Stratford when you beat them?
Well, it is kind of a political question. Well, there's a couple of things that went into it. They had some wins against teams that beat us, and you know, there's just the votes. It's all you can't vote for yourself, and it's relied on by other coaches. But I think Stratford, their body of work and their schedule speaks for itself as well as ours. And I felt like we could have definitely been the 2 since we won head to head, but we definitely could have been the 3 as well. I actually feel like the 3 is the better position. The 2 gets a first round bye, and the 3 gets a game on Monday. So I like our spot, even though we did beat Stratford and may have had a shot at the 2. I like being the 3. So all in all, it'll be what it'll be. It's going to be tough when we get Stratford in that semifinal game, and then the winner of that gets to face the reigning champs, Fair Grove. So it's a tough district, but it's going to be exciting, and it'll be a fun matchup, anyways.
You bet. So you guys got Pleasant Hope on Monday at 7:30 at Springfield Catholic. Outstanding. Coach, as always, I greatly appreciate you being generous with your time here today. Congratulations on a tremendous season, and best of luck as you go into districts.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Nobody passed out. Everybody's good. All right. You're watching the Missouri Sports Network at MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage. And as always, the Missouri State Highway Patrol reminds us to take that 3 seconds and buckle up. It's 3 seconds that could save your life. Be safe, be smart, and be your